Hello, welcome back to Beginner Series, getting started with Microsoft Excel. I am Musa and this is Musa Analytics. In our previous video, we learned on basic of Excel charts. In this video, we're going to learn about conditional formatting. So let me quickly explain what conditional formatting is. Right? What is conditional formatting? Conditional formatting is a tool in Microsoft Excel that automatically changes the appearance of cells based on the value inside them. It helps you quickly highlight important information like the top scores, low, duplicate entries, and dates that are overdue. Why use conditional formatting? We use conditional formatting to make important data stand out, to help spot errors or trends quickly, to save time compared to manual formatting. Improve conditional formatting improves how data looks and feel. Common examples are highlighting a cells that are greater than a value, color scales, data bars, etc. Right? Let's quickly get into Excel. So let's say for instance, we have a sales data and we want to perform a conditional formatting. What you do is you come to your home tab. Under the home tab, you see under the styles group, you'll see conditional formatting. If you bring your cursor over it, you'll see what that a conditional formatting easily spot trends and patterns in your data using bars, colors, and icons to visually highlight important rules. So what you do is okay. Come for instance, let's say we want to perform a formatting on this sales column, right? You come to your conditional formatting, click on the drop down under the highlight cells. Let's say we want to see the cells that are greater than 100,000, right? So only want to only see the cells that are greater than 100,000. You click on this greater than. A pop-up dialog box will appear. Inside the under the format cells that are greater than, you type in what the value here, 100. We say let's say 200,000, 200,000. And we want the words. The next box, you click on the drop down. We want the what? The highlight, the color should be what? Should be green since is a positive value, right? Then click on what? Green as a fill. Then click on OK. So by just at a glance, you'll see that okay, those cells formatted with green color are what? Are the cells that are what? Above 200,000, right? Click on undo. Then still come to conditional formatting. Under the highlight sales rules, you see what you can also perform a conditional formatting using this comparison less than, between, equal to. Less than is okay. Let's try less than. Click on less than. We want to see what cells that are below 100,000. Want to see cells that are below 100,000. Of course, let it be red. These are all the cells that are below 100,000. They are highlighted what as reds, right? Good. So let's come to conditional formatting again. Between, if you want to see maybe between a certain range, you want to see a cells, let's say between 100 and 200,000, Excel will highlight that to you. Equal to, when you want to see a cell that is equal to a certain value, you use what? Equal to, right? Okay, let's say for instance you want to see text that contains, okay, let's come to this region column and we want Excel to highlight only the cells that contains W, right? Come to conditional formatting. Under the highlight cells rules, come to what text that contains, click on it and type under is a pop-up dialog box will appear. Then let's put inside the box, let's type W and let's format it, let's say green. Okay, so now Excel has highlighted all the cells that contains W as a text, right? These are the Wests, right? Good. So the next thing here is under the highlight cells rules is we have date occurring. Let's say okay, we want to see only the cells that happens on the what? The 29th of June. You highlight these dates, other dates, come to conditional formatting under the highlight cells rules. You can click on a date occurring. Under the drop down, you see a list of different options. If you want to see a sales of yesterday, your sales of today, tomorrow, the last 7 days, last week, next week, and whole lot of that. Let's say we want to see a sales of today. If you click on today and click on OK, you see today happens to be the 29th of June 2025. Excel has now highlighted that particular cells of that today being the 29th of June 2025. Okay, let's say we want to see the sales of the last, let's say last 7 days. You click on a date occurring. Under the drop down, you see the last 7 days. We want them to highlight. We want Excel to highlight it as green field. Click on OK. These are what? These are sales that what occurred in the last 7 days, right? Okay. So let's move to top button. Let's say we want to see the under the sales column, we want to see the top five sales, our top five sales. You come to conditional formatting under the top slash bottom rules. You click on it, you see a list of options. We have top 10 items, right? Let's say you can change it inside the dialog box. You can change it to be what? To be top 10, top 5. I mean, then you can format it to be a green, to be green. You have custom format as well, so we can format it to be green, right? You can even choose it to be yellow, right? Click on OK. So these are what the top 5 cells, right? In the sales column, these are what the top 5 what cells. So let's say for instance, we want to see the bottom 5 cells. You still click on top under the conditional formatting, you still click on the top slash bottom rules, come to bottom 10 items, then what? Click on maybe 5. Let's say 5. We want to see the bottom 5. Of course, let it be what red. Click on OK. So we have what the list of what top the bottom 5 cells, right? They are being highlighted as red by Excel. Okay, let's say for instance, we want to format this particular sales column with data bars. You still come to conditional formatting, come to data bars, come to data bars. You see that okay, a data bar add a colored data bar to represent the value in a cell. So it will add a color data bar to represent the value in a cell. The higher the value, the longer the data bar. Let's try it out. Click on it. You see we have a gradient field and we have solid field. Let's click on, let's say green. You see, so it format it with what data bars. The higher the cells, the higher the value, the what the greater the data bar. As you can see, these cells happens to be the highest cells. So it has the highest data bar. That's the use of what data bar. At a glance, you can easily spot which of these cells has the highest value, right? By just mere looking at these data bars, you will know that okay, these cells has the highest value, while the other cells you can see that these cells has the lowest value and all of that, right? Good. So the next thing to do is come to conditional formatting. And so you want to see the bottom 10 items, you can do that as well. Bottom 10% above average. You want to see, okay, let's say we want to see our sales that are above. We want to only see the sales that are above average. You can click on above average and format your cell with yellow color. So you see that these are all the sales that are above average. These are all the sales that are above average. Okay, let's say for instance, let's see icon sets. What does the icon, what does the, we have color scales, right? We have color scales. The color scales apply a color gradient to a range of cells. The color indicates where each cell value falls within that range. So if you click on the color scale, you can choose any color. You can see the green color is actually a positive. No, the green color here in this case, the green color is the negative value, not negative is the lowest value, while the orange color, or as the orange color is what is the positive value, that's the highest value, and the light rate, is it the light rate? Yes, is kind of the light rate is kind of the average. No, the green color is the lowest value, the red is the highest, while the light rate is kind of the average, right? By mere looking at these cells, that's color scales. Let's look at icon sets. The icon set choose a set of icons to represent the values in the selected cells. Okay, let's use the icon cells and see. We have different types of icon sets. We have the directional icon sets. We have the shapes. We have the indicators. We have the ratings and all of that. So let's pick the shapes. I think I prefer the shapes. Or let's pick the direction. So the direction that is going upwards, if you can see the green arrow is going up to upward, that indicates what? High value, right? The red one is pointing downward, it indicates the low value, while the one that is pointing and the yellow icon, the yellow directional icon is what? Is the average. It's kind of what? The average or the median value. So the next thing there is we have new rule. You can create a new rule. You can come to new rule. Okay. So let's say you see if you click on new rule, you see what a pop-up dialog box will appear. Under it, you will see a select a rule type. Maybe you want to format all cells based on their values. Format cells only cells that contain. Format only top or bottom rank values. Let's try this out. Format only top or bottom rank values. So under it, we have under the edit the rule description, we have format values that rank in the top 10, just like we did the other time. Percent of the selected range. We don't need a percent. Then you can come here to format. Click on format. Under the format, you want the field color to be green. On the font, you want to strike through the font and click on OK. Good. So this is it. This has basically highlight the top cells in our cells column, and it also strike through. So if you want to clear this formatting, you click on conditional formatting. You can still clear this formatting, clear rules from selected cells, clear rules from entire sheet. So now you've cleared your conditional formatting on that particular column. So I think that's all for today on conditional formatting. See you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. If I have any question, you drop it in the message box, in the comment box. See you next time. Bye.